Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you joined me today. Today is a video which is hashtag Cathy's Sewing Happiness video, in which we will have her drawing at the end of the video. And in this video, we're going to make a collage board into a junk journal cover. But first, a shout out to Helen, Mackenzie, Joanne, Luann, Beth, and Rachel. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, you guys. So I'm going to move these things out of the way because we're not going to need these things until a little later. But what we will start with is our collage board. And my collage board has already been made into a, I guess I should say I gave it a spine. So I collaged a cardstock piece of paper, and then I covered it with a grid paper, and everything has been coffee dyed. Then I folded it in half and then made every little line. I made a fold. I made a fold and I made a fold, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folds. And then I did the same thing with this cardstock and I glued it in. So now we have a spine, just like that. Simple, easy peasy, we have a spine. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is I would like to decide which is my front, which is my back. I really like this for my front as opposed to this side. I think this side looks much better. Even though we're going to cover some of this up, I still like this side. So I would like to do the inside first. And I always like to put my pulls, my ties that are going to tie my journal together in at this time. That's what I'm trying to say, at this time. So I have picked this ribbon right here for my pull, and I always like to give myself more than I need just in case I need it. So that is what I'm going to do, and I am going to decide. Let's see, this is almost 8, so I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark very, very lightly approximately where I want to put this. I think I'd like to run it about right here, and we're going to follow this along, and it's right here. Okay, you guys. So that gives me an idea of where I'm going to lay my closure, my ribbon closure, just like this. I am going to go ahead and I am going to run a bead of fabric tack right down that, and the grid paper really helps me line this up so I'm straight, at least as straight as possible, doing it this way. So we'll just go right along here. I hope everyone's doing well, and if not, I hope that changes for you very soon. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world, but I just pray that everyone is safe. All right, so we've got this down. Now we're going to gently lay our ribbon right there into the spine and right along, just like that. I did lay quite a bit of glue down. Now the next thing I'd like to do is I would like to put our pieces in that are going to cover up that ribbon. So this is one that I like, and I like, oh, there's 2 here. These are stuck together, I guess, a little bit. I like to do these 2. These are from Collage, digitalcollage.com, and I'm going to kind of put a little crease right here, give myself extra room right there at that crease, and I am going to decide, let me think here. I'm not sure what glue I would like to use. All right, I decided on some white school glue that has been watered down with water and school glue is what I'm trying to say. And I never measure, I just do more glue than water. and I'm going to lightly spread this out. I'm not going to use a ton of glue because I don't want it to be super wet, because we are going to proceed with this project here on camera. So I can't have it too soppy wet. Don't want that in there. Okay, so I've got that spread out. Now I'm going to, I'd like it right like this, and I am going to put it right up against my spine. Not over my spine though, just right up against it. And then I'm going to smooth it out. It has moved on me a little bit here. See if I can get this back down. Or possibly not. I think it's stuck right there. Okay. I like that a lot. Now let's turn it on this side, making sure we do not cut what we just put on there as our tie. And I'm going to cut around here. Ever so slightly. I'm going to continue to do that. Okay, this is how that turned out. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side. I'm not sure that that video worked right then, so if you've already seen this, I'm sorry, but this is how it looks. And then this is the other side, and now I'm going to do this side. All right, you guys, let's look and see how it looks inside. There we are. It looks beautiful, right? Okay, but we still have this issue right here in the middle. I'd like to cover that up. So what I'd like to do is I would like to get a piece of this muslin lining. I'm not sure what to call it. It's cotton. I know it has a name, but I don't know what that name is. Anyway, I'm going to fray this edge just a little bit and clean this up and get it all ready to go in the middle. All right, I have my piece of cotton and I'm going to put it right in here. So now I need to switch to my fabric tack, and I'm going to put quite a bit of fabric tack down inside of this. Really give it a good amount. I am doing the edge right there, and I'm going to do the edge on this side where the inside of the lining meets the spine. That's the word I'm looking for, meets the spine. I'm going to just really be generous with it. Okay. Now we're going to place this down inside. Just like that. I'm liking how this is turning out. Now I need a little bit more glue on this side, so I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of. And press it down. Still I need a little bit more. There we are. Oh, I'm liking that. There we go. It's right in there. And I'm going to let it set up for just a second, and then I'll be right back. All right, I've allowed it to sit for a little while like this to keep its shape. So I'm going to go ahead and take the clips off, and I'm going to open it up. Later, I will cut, after it's completely dry, I will cut this edge a little better. Can you see that I have a little tiny bit of material sticking out, and I will trim that up. So this is the front, so I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to lay it like this. I'm not going to smash the spine down. I'm just going to lay it like this because we're going to work on this part right here. I have these lovely appliques that I cut out from a garment that I purchased at the thrift store, and I thought these would be beautiful on here. I'm just laying them out to see how they might look. I have a few more over here. Here we are. I think they would be really pretty. Maybe something like this, possibly. What do y'all think? I think that's looking good. So I do think that I want to put a little bit of a trim down as well, but I'm not sure. I think I need to do that first, and I'm not sure if I want that bright color. I might want this one, although it's a little big, isn't it? I could turn it. I could turn it like that. This is on the wrong side. This is on this side. These right here were from a piece of material. I did a video on using it a while back. I purchased it at Joann's, and it was a bolt of material with these appliques on it, and they happened to be on sale that week. So I purchased them, and I did a video, and I told everyone to go get it. I don't even know if they have it anymore. I'm going to get some lace or some kind of trim that we're going to use to go around. I think it needs something like that, but I'm loving this. Okay, I'm back, and without any trim. I tried a few, didn't care for it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew a stitch all the way around. Needs a little something, but I'm just not liking what the lace or material looks like. So I'm going to give this a go and see how we do. Oh yes, you guys, that's just what it needed, was a little stitch around the edge. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is I do believe I'd like to lay a little bit of lace or net or a little bit of things here and there before I lay my appliques down. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know. That doesn't even show up, does it? I thought it would, but let me see here. Let's try this and see how we like this. Okay, that's not bad. So that's white lace. This is kind of cream lace right here. What happens if we lay this down? Well, I can't decide if I like that lace down or is it just too much. Let's see here. Okay, it's a long piece of lace. I'm just trying to see how it would look without doing it to see if I like it. Can't have that in the fold. Need to get that on. Move that over. Okay, let me look at it in the camera. I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. I'm kind of thinking I like it without. Now let me see what it looks like without. No, I kind of liked it with. Okay, so if I liked it with, that means that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get our fabric tack, and we're just going to, I think I'm going to start down here with that bigger piece, and I'm just going to put some fabric tack down. I'm not going to go all the way across that spine. I think I will just, where did that bigger piece go? Here it is. Here's that white piece. It's a little bigger. I think I'm just going to lay it right like this and trim it. Okay, that's very pretty. Now let's go ahead and do another one. right here. I'm going to continue on, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, you guys, this is how it looks. I've glued that down. I did not glue where the spine is. I'm liking that. I think that looks very pretty. Now let's go ahead and put our appliques in. Let's see, where on earth do I want to put this? I think I want him to be, let's see here. I'm just going to lay them out so that I don't glue them and then wish I had not. So let's get this where we want it. I'm thinking that looks pretty nice. I think maybe more up around this. I don't like plants upside down at all. This is kind of, okay, I know I'm mumbling. I should not mumble. I'm thinking. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this top one on, because that is where we want that top one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glue right on the actual stitching of the applique. Get this on here. I don't want to be chintzy with this glue either, because this is what's going to be holding it on. Okay, so now let's put this right. Trying to keep it, I don't want it to be outside the stitching. The stitching's right there. Okay, I think that's good. I'm liking that. Now let's get the bird on. And this was purchased, I think I told you, from I think it was a skirt. I think it was a child's skirt from the thrift store. And so I just purchased the skirt, and what on earth is going on here? Is it coming out still? Yeah, it's coming out. I just couldn't see it. Okay, I just want to really put a lot on here. Get his beak on there. Okay. Get him so I can see how he's going to look. And I wanted him to be around that, turned up a little bit. That's a little too much, I think, maybe. Maybe more like that. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I think this looks so pretty. Now let's put this one on. So our glue's cooperating now. It's really coming out. I guess I really squeezed it and was sitting there, and the suction made it come out. So I'm getting a glob on the end. Get that glob off. I don't want a glob of glue, hard glue. Make a bump. And I think, yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Here we go. Got glue all over my hands. I think I want this to be right like that. Push this down. And we're going to need to take our tiny little scissors, and I need to cut this around this tail just a little bit because it's shadowing the tail. I can pick it up, heavenly days. There. It's not shadowing that tail anymore. And let's go ahead and glue this down. That was underneath that part of that bird, so I might have to lift up that bird a little bit to get this in to fit. I don't mind turning the flower a little bit, but the stem has to basically be towards the bottom. It's one of my issues I have about flowers and some words, definitely music. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm loving that. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness, I think it's so pretty. Okay, so I've got 2 more here. I've got more that I could cut, but I do have 2 here. I think I'll just lay them down right like that on the back. So let's get this done. Got to get a lot of glue on here, like I was saying before, so it really sticks well. So that's all I have holding that on. But this fabric tack is really, really strong. I love fabric tack. We all have our favorites, don't we? It's interesting how we all have favorites, but that's just the way everything is. We always have favorites. I've always said that if we all liked the same guy, we'd all be fighting over him. So it's really good that we all have different likes. Okay. So get this on, our last one. And we can kind of shut it and see what our book really looks like. Our cover, not our book, it's not ready yet. Oh my goodness. I think that's so pretty. So pretty. I'm going to push down one more time. Oh, you guys, isn't it beautiful? And then this is the back. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's have our drawing. Okay, so I've got my fishbowl here, and how do you get in the fishbowl? You get in the fishbowl by doing an act of kindness, and then in this video, down at the bottom where the comment section is, you tell me a short version of what that act of kindness was, and I'll get you in the next Sunday's drawing. But you got to check back, because I'm going to have to get your address to be able to send you happy mail from me to you, and that's my way of paying it forward. So let's see who has won. Brenda Irvin has won. Brenda, you're the winner of Happy Mail this week. Oh, make sure you get your address to me. You guys, I've had great fun, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye now.